Okay, welcome everyone to the video. This is my Let's Play on Rainy Day Skyblock. This is Season 3 and I'm up to Episode 32. So I thought we'd start out just going through what I have been doing. I haven't been doing too much except basically grinding. So I did some grinding on Earth, the Earth environment origin, mainly to get lapis for enchantments, but also to try and get coal up to expert, which I have done. So that gives me 2 experts in Earth. One is creepers, the other is coal. So I think iron is like at 4,500 out of 5,000, so it's on its way as well. So I'll get third master, fairly quickly. I then did change to underworld environment and did a little bit more grinding as well. Can't remember what we're up to though. Let's have a look. Yes, so I got copper to advance, that's right, so now I'm up to gold. So basically I'm aiming to get everything unlocked for the mission, so I just need to get gold through to advanced, and I unlock the quartz. Now I have also been, I also did some grinding on the warped stem, and got that up to advanced as well. So go into wood. So warped is now at advanced, so that unlocks the mushroom. So I do want to try and get and have a look and see if I can do the mushroom in the same manner as this. I have kept this here. I still don't want to rule out completely trying to get crimson to expert, but it's looking a bit ridiculous. Like, yeah, I can't see myself getting to specialist, let alone to expert. So, but I've left it there anyway, just in case. I did build something over here to try and experiment with some trees, but it didn't really work out. I did a little bit of fishing. Let's have a look at fishing. No, what's going on? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I haven't quite got that to advance, so I need to do a lot more here to try and unlock all of these. And in crops, torch flower is on its way to advance, so that's probably only like 1 or 2 more harvest. I haven't been doing the full farm. I just want to get it to advance, and then I can put beetroot in. So that's nearly there as well. I've already got. Where are we? I've already got blaze unlocked. So yeah, so the only things I really need to do are gold to get nether unlocked. Finish off torch flower to get beet unlocked. Finish off mushroom to get hail unlocked, and then do some fishing as well. Now what I did want to do over here, like I said, before I do that, what I also did, as I said, I was getting some lapis to do some enchanting. And let me get all my other tools. So I think I got growth there up to 3 somehow. Yeah, I think I got growth up to 3. I was able to get Zeus 3. I'm trying to get it to 5, but I've got 3, and that has improved my my dragon damage quite a bit. I also got Skull Crusher there, and I got Grinder up to 3. I don't know whether I mentioned that last time, but yeah. So I've done quite well with some enchanting. Yeah, so I've done well with the enchanting. Okay, so yeah, so coming over here, if we put Odd Soul down here and we go into shop, we're cutting red mushroom by stack. Chuck it down here. Actually, I think this is almost empty. Yeah, so let's come over here. Pinch some out of here. Okay, so if I put a red mushroom there, there we go. So that has grown. Now let me see if I get rid of that and put another one down. Does it grow? It does. Okay. Alright, so once again, this seems to be a good way to do the we end up with small mushrooms, don't we? Okay, have to get closer. Yeah, so this ends up okay, so is this going to grow big or small? Okay, that grew big. Alright. So yeah, so standing here and doing this seems to be the best way to do mushrooms. You could probably plant them and let them and bone meal them in a big square, but I think this is probably the easiest way. We don't have to worry about getting rid of all of the extra blocks on the side. Now I am going to have to get I'm going to have to get this to advanced, which means 500 plus 1,000 plus 1,500 plus 2,500. So that's 5,500, and this is giving me 5 per if that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 per mushroom. So this will take a while as well. It looks like I'm actually getting... Where am I getting the extra mushrooms? Oh, I must be getting them from just... Yeah, okay, I'm just getting them from around here. So that's good. I don't need to buy any more. I just... how about that? The mushroom knowledge you get from everything, not just the the stem, which I think that's how they get it from. What about those? Oh no, you do. Pretty sure that wasn't the case last season. I'm pretty sure it was just the stem. I'm not sure. Maybe it wasn't. Well, there we go. That makes it a little bit easier then. So we just bone meal. Come here, take everything out. Yeah, okay. Alright, this won't take long at all. And I probably will just get it to advanced and just leave it like that. Okay, so there we go. So that's my quick and dirty mushroom farm. Done in a minute or two. Okay, so the other thing I've been doing is if I needed levels for the enchanting, is I've just been coming here and killing the skeleton. The reason I've been killing the skeleton is because I'm trying to get it again up to master. So I've still got 12,500 to go, and then I need another 35,000, I think it is. But I might as well do it on the mob that is closest, which is this one, closest to master. Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether this will be quicker or iron will be quicker to get to master. But there we go. Now the other thing I did want to have a look at, I have been grabbing my pass rewards a little bit, but I haven't got them all, so let's have a look at pass. Okay, alright, so I claimed that, oh hang on, okay, so 70,000 sky dust, that's nice. $115,000 money. Okay, next is the, okay, right, so, okay, not doing too bad. Yep. Okay, and then we get the monthly key at the end. Yeah, so that's not too bad. Now I do, so I had a quick experiment on Cloud Pass XP. Some people said fishing was quite good, and yes, it does give you 1 XP per 10 fish, and it looks like that's like a set amount. Thing is that even with lure 6, 10 fish take around about 45 seconds. So that's 45 seconds per 1 XP. I did some quick timing on mining, and mining seems to be around about 55 seconds to a minute per XP. But if you come down to the mobs, if you've got your attributes up enough so that you can do like 8 to 10 clicks per second, there we go, there was 1 XP. There was another XP, so it's around about 15 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds, maybe even faster. So yeah, mobs are definitely the way to go for Cloud XP. If you can just sit here and grind the mobs, you'll get the XP much quicker. I haven't really checked with wood cutting or farming, but the issue there is you have to wait for things to grow, and you have to wait for trees to grow and crops to grow before you can farm them. Here, yes, you have to wait for the mobs to come back. That's an AFK thing. But then again, I do have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,000 mobs here, which I'm never going to get through. So yeah, so there we go. So yeah, so that's just a quick intro. I did actually put down another layer on my cactus farm. I will put another one again on shortly. Fine. So the torch flowers down here, looks like they're ready to harvest. I might do that a little bit later on camera after the break. But yeah, so there we go. So that's where I'm up to. Yeah, so there we go. I have a bit of break and I'll come back and we'll see what we can do next. Sorry, welcome back everyone. Alright, so not quite sure whether I mentioned it before, but I've finished over there and done the mushrooms, which means that I need to do the pale oak. Now pale oak is like dark oak, and it's a 2x2. I have this down here set up for 1x1. So I'm not quite sure whether I will change that, because it will take a lot to change it back again if I need to. I might just try and do, maybe I've got this platform here, maybe I'll just try some on here and see how I go. This is just temporary. I was testing out some crimson things, but yeah, I have been doing some more grinding on here to try and get through gold. I think I'm about 250 through 750. So that's going well. Yeah, now what I did do though is I wanted to, because I am going to have to do fishing soon, so I wanted to try and get hooked on my armor. Now unfortunately I forgot that re-rolling the re-rolling the armor bonus strips the armor of any enchants. So when I went in to fight the dragon, I didn't have any enchants on and I died really quickly. So now I have to enchant them again, which I will do, but I would still rather try and get hooked on my armor. Now I do have it on one. I've got hooked on that one, but I want to get it on the others as well. Now, problem is I don't want to have to pay the cloud coins. 300 cloud coins per go is ridiculous, and the however, in the Stormbreaker, that it does offer sometimes 5 rerolls for 15,000 sky dust each. I have selected that a couple of times, but I haven't had much luck getting the rolls. So basically what I'm doing now is just concentrating on that down there, the ore gen, and getting sky dust to try and get those. What I'm also doing is keeping an eye out for money opportunities. So if I happen to get a that's what I'll do. Come down here. If I happen to get a special drop, then I might just see if I can sell it rather than keep it for myself, depending on what it is. Particularly something like special glowstone, which is selling for like 350k at the moment. So nothing special there, nothing special there, nothing there, and nothing there. And we'll come over here. Got some cactus, no, 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 And no, right, so nothing special in any of that. So I am going to send these off to be sold, which does take a little bit of time, and come back down or back up. All right, so yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Hang on, I was just thinking, hang on, did I? Go back down here. What's going on? Oh yeah, special sugarcane. Sorry. Yeah, I spent a little bit of time clearing a little bit of sugarcane, and I couldn't remember seeing the sugarcane there, but sure enough, there it is. Okay, yeah. So I've been spending a bit of time. I want to get through gold in this to get to quartz, but mainly just to get to that mission. I do also want to get expert in one other earth thing. Now, I do have skeletons up to 17.5 out of 25, which does mean though that I've still got another 35 after that to go. The other thing though is that when I was, let's quickly head back down here. When I was looking at sugarcane, let's just have a quick look. Yeah, sugarcane's 4,000 out of 75,000, and it's going up not too fast. If I go along here, oh look, I just got another cloud pass. That's good. I shouldn't really be doing this while I'm selling the drops, so I won't do it too much. But yeah, but that's going up fairly quickly. So I might actually spend a little bit of time just clearing out sugarcane to get that to master rather than anything else. So there we go. So that's that. So what I want to do now is have a look at the cloud pass and see where we're at. I have done votes today. Didn't get anything special. Okay, so claimed 145,000, 150 coins, a cosmetic key, and then we get to the XP, and after that more XP and a tornado key. Pardon me. Okay, so I've got a cosmetic key. Now if we come over here, it's unmarked, but if I have a look down here, I have a sprite key. Now we've got a cosmetic key. What I was thinking of doing is doing a little bit of a giveaway in a video or two's time, depending on how long it takes. But I currently have about 79 subscribers, so about 20 to go to get to 100. If I do get to 100, then I am going to do that giveaway, and those two keys, the sprite key and cosmetic key, are currently the rewards for that giveaway. So yeah, so keep an eye out for that. I'll mention it again in the video prior to getting to 100, and then I'll do the draw in the video after I get 100. So there we go. So that's that. Now I do have 98 levels. I do want to try and get like I'd like to get Zeus 3 and so on. The only issue is that it's about one more week until Void opens. 9 days. So Yeah, I'll probably try, but I'm not going to try too much on getting any further enchants um, on my tools, because I'm only going to replace them with diamond as soon as they're available. And the way some of these players, some of our big players go, diamond will be available within the first day or two anyway. So there we go. So that's where I'm at the moment. So I have pretty much, I did want to talk a little bit about the custom trees. I did, sorry for my coughing. So yeah, I did experiment a little bit over here with seeing how the trees, the crimson grows. I thought it does mention in the wiki that it can grow in a plus shape, but I can't seem to get it to grow. So this seems to be the best way. I can do it where if I go, if I plant one here, bone millet, plant one here, bone millet, plant one here, bone millet. But the problem with this is, whilst it does grow past blocks, it doesn't replace the blocks. So if there is a filler block, sort of, if you want to call it that, if there is already a filler block there from a previous tree here, then that trunk isn't going to grow in that spot. So that basically means you might only get a tree with like one or two trunks. So that doesn't really work either. You have to sort of like get rid of the filler blocks before you grow the next one. You can of course grow them 6 apart. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's the maximum it'll grow. 1, 2, 3, and then the center of the next one. And you can do that. You can have a big square, but again, you've then got to go and chop them all down, and then continue on. It doesn't, to me, it just doesn't seem to be worth it. Now, even if I do get up to expert, if you have a look, under wood, yeah, so I've still got, so what's that, 3 plus, I think it's 15,000 for the next, so it's still got 18,000 to go in it, and every tree gets me probably around about 5. So like that's 3,600 trees, which is, yeah, still well over 50 stacks. Just takes way too long. So the thing is, even if I did do that though, I don't believe, and I have seen a post about this on Discord, I don't believe that there is a way to force grow an underworld custom tree. Now the reason for that is the crimson and the warped, you can't restrict the growth at all. The mushroom, only grows, well, let's actually just do this. Shop, I'll just quickly show you the red mushroom anyway. Okay. And I'll grab a brown mushroom just to show you. So I do have a block up here to try and restrict the mushroom height, mainly so that I can, while I was doing it, I could chop it down without having to jump up. So if I go in, put that there. Okay, so the mushroom grows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide. That's exactly the same as a custom tree. And I think this is the smallest that it can grow. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, I'm pretty sure that's no bigger than the custom tree height. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I go down here, and we have a look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5. So I'm not quite sure whether it's possible to restrict. Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether it's possible to actually restrict the mushroom to actually not grow to not grow, and has to be a custom tree. Pale oak as well. It hang on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the top. I know I'm going back and forth here, but oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the top. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not possible to restrict the mushrooms from growing whilst allowing a custom tree to grow. Let's just maybe quickly try it. I've already got some there. Okay, got a lot from just chopping down that mushroom. Okay, so put it there. Yeah, see, there you go. So that's the minimum size required for a custom tree, and the mushroom can grow in that size as well. So you can't restrict the mushroom whilst not restricting the custom tree. You can't do it with these two trees, and you can't do it with pale oak. So there's no point in aiming for custom trees for Underworld. So I hope they do actually change that next season. Maybe they'll change it to brown mushroom instead of red mushroom, and that brown mushroom you can actually restrict it because it needs a greater width. And also hopefully they change it so that it's not actually this particular tree that is the one to unlock Underworld, because it just takes way too long. I'm hoping maybe what they'll do is they'll make it red mushrooms for the first tree, which you can get to expert fairly quickly, and then brown mushrooms for the second tree, which you can then use to get to force custom trees. But anyway, there we go. So there's my rant about custom trees. That's why I'm pretty much giving up on them. Even if I did get them, I can't force grow them. So yeah, so there we go. So yeah, that's it for now. If I think of anything else to include in this episode, I will be back. Okay, welcome back everyone. I just thought I'd come back and explain a little bit more about custom trees. I did go a little bit about it in the last break, but I thought I'd just explain a bit more. Now, the way to grow custom trees without growing the actual tree that you're planting is to restrict the height or width of that tree. So if I plant this here, that's got a block, however many blocks that is above. I think it is about 7 blocks above. So if I plant that and we have a look, there we go. So it's actually grown a spruce tree. That's because spruce trees can actually grow. This is the minimum that a spruce tree can grow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks high, and a thing at the top. There's always a gap between the block that you place to restrict and the height of the tree. So if I chop this down, and we'll just let the leaves decay for the moment. Whereas if I place this here, which is 1 block less, if I place one there and grow, now this may take a little bit of time because it's each time it's trying to grow. There we go. It's trying to grow a spruce tree, and it's trying to grow at whatever height it wants to. Finds a block in the way, so it can't grow. So the only time it can grow is when it's a custom tree. Now this is not the biggest the custom tree can grow. I think the custom tree can grow 1 higher, but if you put the block higher, it will actually, as we saw before, it will grow, in this case, from a spruce tree. It will grow a spruce tree, so you need to have it that big. Now, okay, so let's take this down. Now, for the underworld trees. So yeah, that's why spruce is probably the best one to go for the earth trees. If we have a quick look at study, have a quick look at study for earth and wood. Yeah, so you can't do oak because oak is oak can grow in that height as well. Same with birch, I think. Spruce is nice and easy. I'm not quite sure about acacia. I think acacia can grow in that space as well. So I'm not quite sure, but spruce is basically the easiest I've found. So now if we try let's see. Let's grab some podzol. So I think I did this earlier over there, but I'll try it again here. If we try a red mushroom here. There we go. So that's grown. And you can see there it's already 2 blocks below, so that will also grow here. So you can't, if we put the block 1 further down, then the custom tree won't grow. So red mushroom doesn't work. Now if I try and go up here, okay, so alright, okay, so if we try the brown mushroom, which was last season one of the underworld trees, see what happens. Right, so brown mushroom has grown. However, what you do notice is that that does actually grow right up against the block, whereas the other trees don't, but that's okay. But however, what you have noticed is that this is 1, 2, 3, this is 3 wide. So so if we restrict the width as well as the height, then we can stop the brown mushroom from growing. So let me just cut this down again. Okay. Okay, do I have any blocks? We'll just use spruce for now. We go out 1, 2, 3, then go down by say 2. Okay, so the custom tree can grow in this because the custom tree is only 5 wide, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I try the brown mushroom, oh, okay, hang on. Okay, so I did not quite do it far enough down. So let's try this. So the brown mushroom does have can go within the same height limit as the red mushroom, so it can grow height wise within the same as a custom tree, but the width way it cannot. So if I try again, and we just wait, and you'll probably see this will never, because I don't have underworld custom trees unlocked, this will never grow. It tries to grow, can't grow out this way, so it won't grow. But if you have custom trees enabled, then a custom tree can grow within this space. So and the other option within study for underworld is pale oak, and pale oak, as far as I know, is a 2x2. So trying to grow a 2x2, you're going to have trouble restricting that so that it will only allow a custom tree to grow. It may be possible. Maybe you could do a you could possibly do a 4x4, oh sorry, 2x2 sapling plant and put a block directly above the sapling on one of them, and then it might grow. You're trying to bone meal this one, it might actually grow the custom tree. That might work. I'd have to try, but again, like I said, I'm not going to get underworld custom trees activated. So so there we go. So that's my explanation on how to force grow custom trees and why the underworld custom trees are a bit broken at the moment. I think Wild Tink 5 put up a feedback post about it. This explanation might go a bit further towards explaining why. But yeah, because they changed out brown mushroom for pale oak, it may not work. I might speak to WildTink and see if I can get it to test the 2x2 hypotheses, but seeing that it's a 2x2 that's it's a 2x2 that's trying to grow, I very much doubt it will grow a one sapling custom tree. Anyway, so that's just what I wanted to have a little bit of a rant about the custom trees. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was I mentioned earlier about the Cloud Pass XP. So if we come, where is my sword? There it is. So if we come down here and let's just go into my skeletons, and we'll try and use my sword, not my pickaxe. Let's see if I can try and work out how long it takes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That was 11 seconds. That's a little bit faster than it was that I thought previously, but that's not too bad. 11 seconds. I might have been clicking faster than I normally was. So 11 seconds per for mob killing. Now that's only skeleton. I don't know whether any of the others are faster or slower. I have no idea, but that's a general idea. If we do, admit, if we do mining, now this will take a little bit more time because mining is just slower. So I'll see if I can get it, and then we'll full forward it. Okay, there it is there. And so I'll time this until the next one comes along. Okay, there we go. So that was another cloud pass, and I'll put up on screen how much time that was. I didn't count myself. So that's that. Now fishing. I did say that it would be one every 10 fish. I probably have yeah, I probably stopped when I last got the cloud pass, so I'll just fish until I get the cloud pass. Right, there's one. There's the other one. So I'll let you know how long that was. I did have a couple of missed ones there, so it's probably a bit longer than it should be. Now I don't have the ability to check wood cutting because I don't have a proper wood cutting set up at the moment. But if we go down to go down here to, all right, so these are fully grown. Okay, and let's go. Whoa, what am I doing? Try again. Okay. There's one. there's 2. All right, so that was possibly 5 or 6 seconds in between. So if you've got a big farm like this, you could probably just start here, go all the way across. Yep, so here I've started to do some fishing, some here. Get to the end, go back to the start, keep going. So if you've got a self-growing crop like this, and you've got a big enough farm, you could possibly get constant cloud XP, not counting food and tools, but tool repair. But yeah, so, and like I said, I haven't tested wood cutting, but wood cutting requires the trees to grow as well. So I did say earlier that yes, that the mob slaying is the fastest, but having seen that down there, that is a lot faster. So I would say that farming is probably the fastest in my experience. Your mileage may vary. So let's go to pass and have a look. Oh, 7 more. 1000 XP. Okay, that's 35,000 XP. I have got quite a lot of levels at the moment. Getting 35,000 XP now is probably a waste of XP because that'll only get me maybe 5 or 10 levels. Whereas if I get the XP when I'm lower level, I'll get a lot more levels to use. So what I'll probably do now, which I have been trying to do a little bit, is get some lapis and do a couple of enchants. So yeah, so there we go. I might do the enchants on camera, so I'll do a little bit more grinding and I'll be back shortly. Okay, everyone, back again. I did say that I was that I had quite a few levels and I didn't want to lose them, and I was going to enchant on camera. I forgot about that. So, but I still have quite a few levels. Now I did get iron on my 4gen to expert. So if I go into not expert, yeah. So if I go into missions, sorry, not personal missions, island missions, and go. Yep, there we go. So mastering 3 Earth study items. So a tornado key. So that's great. Okay, we have a look at here. So study items in Underworld again. So I'm actually not doing too bad with that. That won't take too long. Master, that's going to take a while. Dungeon runs, I'll eventually get to. Yeah, so there we go. Now what I will do though is we'll have a look at pass. Claimed. Right, so there's some XP and there's some more XP. There's another tornado key, 100 more XP to unlock. I might leave that till tomorrow. So now I've got 154 levels, so that's quite a bit. Unfortunately, I only have 5 lapis. If I come back over here, yeah, I don't have any more lapis in here. Yeah, I'm just going to sell all those for now. 34,000. Okay. So what I might do is I will do 2 level 2 enchants on swords and hope that I get a good Zeus. So let's come here. So level 2. Skull Crusher. I don't need Skull Crusher. I've already got the first one of these I did. I got Zeus 3 and I've gone, oh great, this will be really easy. Every single one I've done since then has been Skull Crusher. There we go. Yep. Isn't that the way? Alright. Let's chuck these in here. This is running out of room, so I might have to go through those. Alright, let's go have a look at this tornado key. What was I going to do? Yeah, I might put that lapis away. Always a good idea to put your lapis away so that you don't confuse it with other lapis when you're trying to combine. Alright, so warp rates. Okay, tornado key. Alright, can we get something good? Nope. Alright, 3 thunder keys, sky dust, and 25,000. Okay. Pardon me. Okay, well, the good thing about thunder keys is I can still get other keys from it as well. So let's try that. Although you only get 2 rewards, so armor trim and sky dust. I've got so many armor trims, it's ridiculous. I haven't used one of them yet. Okay, well that's disappointing. Alright, give me a sprite key. Ah, so close. Alright, Cloud Clash Gold and what did I get? Rainy. Alright. I realised that I have had night vision turned off the whole video, so sorry about that, guys. Now, I do actually have a lot. I don't want to use my weather. Yeah, I've got quite a few weather totems there. There's at least one cloudy. There's another cloudy. Yeah, like 4 cloudies actually. Let's move the cloudies down. I've had cloudy weather activated for about the last week. Is that another one? Yeah, for about the last week because I get offered cloudy on the Stormbreaker. There's another one. 5 cloudies. Yeah, so you buy the cloudy and then you never have to worry about it again. So yeah, doing quite well there. Right, let's quickly clear up. What's that? Ooh, netherite upgrade, actually. That's cool, I don't have one of them. Excellent, that's really good. At least it will be when the netherite is available. Gold fragments up there. I don't need that. And that's it, yeah. So, there we go. Yeah, alright, so I might need to do some more grinding down there. I do need to do more grinding on my ore gen to get that one. Get what is it? Gold up. Where are we with gold? Oh, no, hang on. Ore gen. Make it underworld. Come on, give me some gold. There we go. Yeah, so I'm about halfway, a little bit less than halfway. So yeah, I'll probably just do a little bit more grinding on that. 342 out of 750. Yep. I think that's the only thing I've got to go then. If I remember correctly, I have blazes unlocked. I need to unlock quartz. I have beet unlocked. I have pale oak unlocked, and then yeah, I just need to do that and then do fishing. I do want to try and get the at least one more piece of my clash armor up to hooked, so that when I do fishing, I will get some stuff, but get some clash stuff. But I need to either buy the clash rerolls, which people are selling for around about 20,000 sky dust, and I can't really afford too many of them. Or try and get one from the Stormbreaker. So this Stormbreaker is, yeah, okay. So yeah, so there we go. So I think that'll do for today. It's been quite a long video. I haven't done much, but we've had a bit of an explanation about custom trees. We've had a little bit of an investigation into Cloud Pass XP. So hopefully it's been educational. I do still have to tear this down. I might do that in between sessions. You can see down there, I think I do have it for high. If you can see it in YouTube, the cactus farm. So yeah, all right. Thank you for watching, everyone. And I hope to see you next video.